All right. So I wanted to put out another video on a What+Why+Lesson+Apply, and I'm getting fancy. It's going to go on Instagram Live and it's going to go on YouTube. So you're going to see me kind of looking back and forth a little bit. But tonight's What+Why+Lesson+Apply. It's Thursday night. Just got done working. Just kind of got done doing my daily debrief, and kind of what stood out today to me that was important was our shared consciousness schedule meeting for one of the big projects we're running right now. So if any of you guys are watching our social media, you know we're doing a big project with Mark Odom and the Carlin Group, and also in association with Austin FC up on one of their big office campuses. We're building an amenity center up there that is a little unconventional because it's built out of storage containers. And if you guys go to our social media, you'll see the project and the progress. But today we're roughly 2 months out from completing the project, and it's a critical time to kind of get everybody together and go through the schedule, right? So we hold weekly meetings with the team on site, and by the team I mean all of our trades, all of our major trades, MEP, drywall, metal stud framing, painting, steel, roofing, waterproofing, all the big major trades. We get together once a week and we do kind of a check-in with everybody. Today's meeting was off-site. Okay, we got everybody away from the project. We sat down at the table and we went through the schedule in depth, line item by line item, through the schedule every day from today through to the end. Why do we do that, right? It's obvious. I love that saying, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail, right? And planning doesn't just happen at the beginning of the project. Planning doesn't just happen when you're getting ready to start the project. It happens weekly, monthly, and I would argue daily. So one of the ways that we manage projects, and admittedly we manage very aggressively, right? You can ask our clients, you can ask our subcontractors, our project partners, we manage very aggressively, okay? Respectfully, but there's an aggressiveness to it, right? We have a term called pressurized collaboration, right? We collaborate with everybody on the team, but there's a little bit of pressure layered on top of it, right? And it's a daily pressure. Because I firmly believe if you're not aggressively managing a schedule, aggressively managing a budget, right? Aggressively managing expectations when it comes to the finished product, you're gonna fail, right? There's a lot of companies out there, there's a lot of concepts out there that allow a really loosely managed project. And I hate to say it, but it's true, okay? They don't manage very aggressively. And they wonder why we're missing budgets, right? We're missing schedules. We're having to compromise at the end of the project on design features or functionality, because guess what? We're at the end of the project. We just want to finish and go down the road. If any of you watching this have done multiple projects, you've been in that situation, guaranteed, right? Where you get to the end of the project, you're pissed off at the contractor, you're pissed off at the subs, you're pissed off at your architect, whatever it is, because you got to the end and you weren't happy with the results that you got in schedule, budget, and quality or expectations. So the way we combat that is just hard work through constant communication, right? So today, the what in my What+Why+Lesson+Apply today, the what is we held our shared consciousness schedule meeting. And we literally got the foreman of the owners of every trade, all the major trades, off-site at a conference room. We sit down, we lay the schedule out, and we go through it line item by line item. And the goal, right, the why is that important, is because we're able to identify conflicts real time, right? When you're meeting on site, people are clouded with all the activity. They're consumed with all the activity on the project, and you might not think as proactively or strategically when you're on site. But when you pull people out of the project and you put them in a kind of neutral location, I feel like you're able to think a little more clearly, right? So we went through this schedule line item by line item, right? This is going to happen today. This is going to happen tomorrow. This is going to happen next week. This is why it's important for this to happen next week. So the following week, this trade can come in and do their work, and so on, right? We follow that critical path to the right down the project. And then we open it up for discussion in a real organized way, trade after trade after trade. What are you seeing? Do you have any issues, right? Is there any conflicts that you can see? And granted, there's always going to be conflicts, right? I mean, that's part of what we get hired for, is to solve problems, and why you have a team like us come in is that there's always projects or there's always problems and challenges and conflicts on projects. That's the nature of construction, right? That's the nature of project management. And so we attack that at a real granular level with our project partners. So today we had a great meeting with all of our subs, right? And we're very fortunate to have an excellent team of folks working on this project. And we'll definitely call them out in future posts. But today we went through with all the trades, went through line item by line item. We identified some things that we needed to fix. We identified a couple things that we're going to take some more, work on building a strategy around kind of fixing those issues so that it doesn't impact the overall schedule. But we came out of an hour and a half meeting with a lot of actionable items, a lot of information that we wouldn't have gotten had we not got everybody off site and into a room. So what's the lesson out of all that, right? We had the meeting. It was important because we got everybody together and we identified issues. What's the lesson? The lesson for us is that we've got to continue doing that. We've got to stay disciplined with keeping everybody in the project involved. Whether it's a weekly get together on site, whether it's a monthly off-site meeting with all the trades, or it's conference calls, right? When we're pushing information around on the project, a lot of people hate to be copied all or whatever on emails. We do it. We copy anybody that would have any sort of involvement or impact with a specific issue that an email is going out about, right? And granted, we're very mindful of how we send emails, but we include everybody on it, okay? If there's an issue that we need to get on the phone and discuss, if it has to do with fire suppression, we're going to get the roofing, the contractor putting the roof in on the phone. We're going to get the mechanical contractor on the phone. We're going to get the fire suppression contractor on the phone. We're going to get the electrician on the phone. Anybody that would have some input on an issue, even if it's, isolated to fire suppression, we're going to get those guys on the phone. We're going to have a quick phone call. We're going to talk through the issues. We're going to get everybody involved to have input on it. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, God damn, that's daunting. That's fucking hard work. That takes up a lot of time. Well, guess what? If you're not doing some level of that, and I would argue you need to be doing 100% of that, you're going to fail. You're going to have projects that fail, bottom line. In this day and age, with as fast as information moves and as fast as projects are moving and all the other issues that we're dealing with lead times on equipment and prices going through the roof and availability of equipment, all that kind of stuff, right? You've got to act more aggressively. So the lesson for us, again, is we've got to stay disciplined in managing these processes in this project aggressively. How are we going to apply that lesson? We're going to be aggressive with all of our communication. Emails, we utilize a platform called Procore, which is a great centralized location for documentation, emails, RFIs, submittals. Again, most of you watching this probably know about Procore. We utilize that as much as possible to keep everybody in the loop with everything going on the project. The beautiful thing is there's no surprises. There's no surprises for our clients. There's no surprises for our project partners. There's no surprises for us, right? As issues come up, as issues get solved, it's broadcast to the team. And the last thing that's ever going to happen when we get to the end of a project or we get to an end of a milestone is somebody raise their hand and go, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't realize we were going to, do this or that. Everybody's in the loop. Information is broadcast immediately. Bad information first, good information last. It's the way it is. So, guys, that's it. I mean, we manage really aggressively, and we've had a lot of success with it. And, that's the way we're going to continue doing it. So, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you next time.